Hey, what is going on, crew? It's me, FlipArtz, and I wanted to make this commentary. I got home about half hour ago, and I would have been home a lot earlier if the situation didn't occur, and it did occur, so that's why I'm half hour late. But the situation occurred, and I wanted to make a video on this and see kind of where you guys would have stood in this situation, what you guys would have done in a situation such as my own, and if maybe you guys would have handled it better. And you know, of course there's going to be some people who would have lied in the comment section below and said that they would have done this, but it's easy to say that you would do something, but it's different when you're already on the spot, because once it happens to you, you got to think fast, and it's one of those on the spot situations, on the spot decision making that you got to do in real life, not something like in Call of Duty. I'm talking about on the spot, life or death kind of thing. What would you guys do? Now, before I get there, I know I sound a little bit raspy, and I'm going to explain why I do. And the reason for that is I was coming from a party, and it was basically a celebration for my girlfriend's birthday and her little sister's birthday. So we were there quite late, and I was getting home. But basically, my voice is raspy because we were playing a bunch of games, you know, like games on console, games with cards and stuff like that. And I won a lot of the card games, so me being me winning, I tend to scream about it and gloat and whatever. And I pretty much threw out my voice that way, so that kind of sucks. So I have work in the morning, which means when I go to the grocery store, people are going to come up to me and ask me for stuff or whatever. Or I'm going to go up to customers and be like, "Hi, is there something I can help you with, ma'am? Hey, sir, what can I help you with?" And it, it hurts my voice, and my voice is a little bit raspy. Unfortunately, before this commentary, I should have grabbed something to drink, but I don't have anything to quench my thirst. So we're going to have to try and bear with it. But that's why my voice is quite raspy, so I hope you guys don't mind. It's just going to be for this commentary unless something happens and I really have strained my voice so hard that I end up like this for the week, but it shouldn't be too bad. But anyways, on to the topic of the on-spot decision making. So basically, this is what happened about half an hour ago, and is the reason essentially for why I'm making this commentary. Now, we were in the car. I was in the car with my girlfriend and her cousin, also my really good friend, and they were going to drive me home. We're on the road, getting on our way to get to my house. But before I even get close to getting to my house, we're still on the street, and we're going down the intersection, and all of a sudden, like, two people hop in front of our car, and a dog comes in front of our car. So we brake the car. We're like, brake. And we see that there's a dog, and I'm like, oh my god, they're chasing after this dog. It must be their dog. The dog must have escaped somehow, something, blah, blah, blah. So in a case like that, you know, I have two dogs myself. I decided, you know what, if it was me, I have two dogs, I would want someone to come and help me chase out my dog. I wouldn't care if I get hit by the car as long as my dog is safe. So I assume that these people that hop in front of my car or in front of, the car that we're in is their car. So at this point, the dog is maybe a good bit away, and I should have thought this part through. So I was like, Eugene, that's the name of my girlfriend's cousin, by the way. I said, Eugene, let me out of the car. I'm gonna go run for the dog. And mind you, the dog is a good bit away, but I felt like I was gonna be a bit quick enough to be able to at least close the gap and chase the dog down for a good bit and see where it goes to before we can try and corner it. So I decided I'm hopping out of the car. So the car wasn't moving anymore. We stopped. I hopped out. I start running, and I start running super fast. Mind you, I used to be a really fast runner, and I'm still a pretty fast runner. I'm going to say I'm pretty fast, but I could be faster if I continued to do more track and field and more running. But as the years progressed, I didn't. I used to do a lot of track and field in elementary school, and we used to do relay, 200 meters, all that good stuff. And so yeah, so we managed to I managed to start running really fast. I got my adrenaline pumping, and I felt like I've never ran this fast in my life before. But I figured if I don't catch up to this dog, it's gonna be a life or death situation, and this dog is either gonna get hit or get lost. So I start running, and I just start running, and I pass by at least 3-4 people that must have been trying to chase this dog down, right? And I felt like I was Superman or something, or the Flash. Like, everything was so blurry around me. These people were making way for me to run. I just felt like a superhero. I'm running, right? Then I see up ahead is the closest intersection. I can see the dog just up the street, and I'm like, I can make it. And there's someone behind the dog still trying to chase it, not quite able to bend over and reach it because that dog is so tiny. It was like a little Chihuahua kind of dog. It was so small. So he's very close. Then we hit to the intersection, right? So then out of nowhere, these two cars that were coming, because the dog is on the other side of the road, which means it's on the side of the road where the two cars could come and collide and hit the dog. Now, the two cars that are in front, I start running because I thought the dog was going to get hit. I thought it was over. They actually brake, and the dog ditches the two cars and keeps running straight, gets onto the sidewalk on the other side, and makes its way and keeps going. At this point, I'm like, God damn it, I gotta keep running. So I tried to run. Unfortunately, my asthma kicks in. My legs feel like jello. I can't run anymore. So I try to jog, and my legs just, I look like an idiot trying to run. But I keep going, because if this was me and my dog, I would keep running. Now, I keep going. Eventually, we lose sight of the dog. I have no clue where this dog could be, might be, who knows where it could be. But the last time I saw it, it turned left into some kind of neighborhood. So I said, screw it, I'm going to keep going. I don't have my cell phone on me. I don't know where my girlfriend and her cousin might be in the car. I don't know where they are. I just kept running for this dog, trying to help these people. And then I come across a dude that was in front of me, and he's like, hey, is this your dog? And I'm like, no, I thought it was your dog. And he goes, no, it's my, I thought it was your dog. We're trying to get this dog. And I'm like, no, it's not. I'm trying to help you guys get this dog. I thought it was yours. And they're like, no, it's not our dog. So I was like, oh, well, okay, I'll help you guys try to get this dog anyway. So we're trying to make our way, and I ditch this guy because he's too slow. So I run. I meet up with another guy, and I'm like, hey, is this your dog? And he goes, no, it's actually my neighbor's dog. We're trying to get it. And I was like, oh, well, that makes sense. And I'm like, where is the dog? And he's like, I don't know. I saw it go left. So, you know, we went left, trying to chase it down. He gets a call, and apparently someone was up ahead even further than us. I didn't see these people, but apparently they saw the dog. So he ditched me, and that's all he said, and he just ran. And I'm out of steam, so I can't do this anymore. My asthma kicks in. I can't do anything. And then the owner comes in. It's this black guy, and he's almost crying. And he's like, oh, man, I can't find my dog, man. And I was like, dude, don't worry. We're going to find your dog. How did you lose the dog? This owner that owns the dog is with his girlfriend. He tells me I let my girlfriend hold the dog and or hold the leash. The leash is a little bit too, or the collar is a little bit too big for the dog. The dog jerked off, and not that way, you perverts, but he jerked on the thing, and then he got out of the collar and ran. And I'm like, well, maybe you should have got a smaller collar. And he's like, I know, I should have. And then I'm like, well, apparently your dog is up the street. I'm out of steam. He tries to run for it. He's a big guy. I know he's probably not going to get that far. He's eventually going to have to meet up with them. I decide I'm going to go back. There's no way I can't, like, do anymore. So I turn back, and I go and try to find my girlfriend. I eventually meet up with them at a McDonald's, and that's the end of that. But the whole point of this story is, what would you guys have done on this on-spot decision? So for me, I decided I thought I could close the gap because I thought I could run fast enough to be able to get to that dog, do something good, catch that dog before anything else, or maybe at least lure it because I have my own dogs, and see what I can do, get the dog returned to the owner. That, to me, was maybe not the greatest on-spot decision I could have made in this certain situation. What I decided I should have done when I was in the car thinking of what I really should have done is I should have told Eugene to drive up the street as fast as he could and try to make at least some kind of you know, catching up to the dog to a certain point so that I could hop out and then just full on blast the dog with all my might and just go and try to chase him down and then just grab him, because the dog's small, so I don't really care if it's gonna bite me. I don't care. That is a dog. I have my own dogs. You know, guys, how I feel about them. So the smartest thing, I think, what I should have done is just stayed in the car, drove up as close as we could to the dog without hitting it, obviously, but getting to a point where I could just hop out and start running. Even if that dog is fast, I could still run after it, possibly increase the chances of being able to get it than anyone else that was trying to get it, especially the dude with the flip-flops. Come on. But basically, I just want to know, maybe, you know, what would you guys have done, or how would you guys have reacted in maybe this on-spot decision, or maybe you guys have had an on-spot decision before that you guys have been dealt with, and maybe it wasn't the greatest play to have pretty much done. On the way home, I was in the car, I'm like, that was a terrible play. I've been playing a lot of League, so I've been saying, you know, a lot of random League quote or kind of like references and stuff like that, and basically this play was really bad. So I'm thinking maybe you guys would have a similar play where you guys have done a good one or a bad one. Let me know in the comments down below. I just wanted to share that, and if you guys are still kind of confused, let's put it this way: if you're playing football and your coach tells you to do one play and you start doing that play, but you see it's not going right, do you still go with the play knowing that your opponent might intercept the football, or should you give it to a different guy who could possibly at least get 1 down or a 2nd down, or even possibly juke everyone and get the touchdown? What do you do in a situation like that? The on-spot decision. So I'm tired. I'm gonna get something to drink. I stuttered a lot. I'm not gonna do this commentary again. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys next time. So if you guys enjoyed, please leave a like. If you're new, subscribe. And yeah, if you guys haven't seen any of the videos on screen, go and check them out. I'll see you guys later, and peace out.